And I don't know. That's why I feel like. That's why I feel like I'm privileged to live in the time I do because at no other point in history have we been so interconnected, and at no other point in history have you had the opportunity to express yourself on so and on pretty much a world scale. Like whatever you put out there, it has the potential for anybody in the world to stumble across it, and that's a
That
very
that's
powerful
crazy,
thing.
right? Yeah, that's crazy, man. That still freaks me out. I'm not even gonna lie, because like, you know, I look at like numbers online, streaming numbers and whatnot, and it'll just be random little cities, and I'm like, who's listening to me in Jordan? Like two plays in Switzerland. What the fuck is going on? Like, and it's random songs I released 10 years ago, songs I
Yeah,
released a month ago. It's like, man, there's people will find, and that's the beauty of it. That's the thing. People will find you everywhere. Just put out your art. People are gonna find it whenever they do. It might not be on your timeline, but if it's out there, it's on the timeline, and people are gonna run
yeah.
into it.
Oh, absolutely. And you know what the beauty of it is? I mean, as long as you know these certain websites are going to be around, like a brand like Coca Cola, like
Right?
you could have people finding your music 20, 30, 40 years down the road, and they
Yeah.
can and they can still resonate with it. And I mean, I don't know. I feel like we're privileged in that way because no matter what we do, we're leaving a record behind of what we felt and what we experienced.
100%. It feels good to, because a lot of people just, you know, born, live, die, and that's it. And maybe you get a story to about it, maybe nothing. Who knows? That this way, it's kind of like you're taking your legacy into your own hands,
Yeah.
because you're like, I don't know what they're gonna do. I don't know what they're gonna publish. I don't know who's gonna do what after I die. But while I'm alive, I'm gonna make sure this is all out there, and boom, the world can hear it now. And it's gonna get passed on. It's gonna get downloaded, and that album might sit in the drawer for 30 years, and it's gonna be there forever. So it's one of those, and you touched on it earlier. Like, it's one of my favorite things I've known is when I stumble across a new artist who's
Hmm.
new to me, and then I realize like, oh, you got like a 6 album back catalog. Oh, now I got to dive in and check what you're all about, because I just heard the new song you did and I was digging it.
Oh
Let me
yeah.
dive into your whole back history. So that's always fun.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, and I mean, particularly when you stumble across that gold that, like, the person who's putting it out, they're not really trying to make it big, right? They're
Hmm.
just
Hmm.
trying. They're just trying to be as authentic as possible with what they think needs to be said.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly it. That's usually right when you stumble across artists like that. It's because they don't have this big marketing team and they're not promoting. They're just like, yeah, I'm just doing music because it's what I do, and I'm gonna do it anyway. So here, I'm gonna put it up here for you.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, well, I mean, I don't know. I feel like so many people go through their lives, just going through their usual 9 to 5 job, and just never getting the opportunity to express themselves or to find, a sense of purpose in that. And I mean, we just have the ability to do that now.
Yeah, it's a whole new ballgame the way music is consumed, and that's why I always tell people, man, if anyone ever says like, oh, there's no good rap out there right now. It's like, man, how long did you search for good rap? Did you turn on the radio and hoping to hear some? Did you
Yeah,
know what
don't
I'm
do
saying?
that.
Like, did you dig into a couple playlists? Like, what's your definition of there's no good rap? Because I can find you 10 good rappers right now that I don't even know. Just give me a day and I'll find 10 new artists in general. They're cool.
Yeah.
So
Well, and that's the one reason I love the way music is kind of distributed by streaming services now is that overall the bigger artists kind of get shafted as far as payment and stuff goes, which I can understand, but the algorithms on like Spotify or Pandora,
hmm
like they are geared to find particularly what you want to listen to, so it
yeah,
will find you those new artists, and it will find you new fresh music to listen to.
yeah, 100%, 100%. I mean, I've stumbled across many a new artist that way, and it's you're like just like that. You scroll through, you're like, oh, what's this song? Let me listen to a couple more, and it's like, oh, all right, follow and save this song, and you know, you, so that's it's a lot easier to put music out and to be heard, but at the exact same time, it's a lot harder because everyone's able to do it.
Right, right.
Whereas before, it was like a certain amount of people that were really out there, so you knew the odds. Now it's me against the world, because I feel like everyone in the world is putting out some kind of music or some kind of art out there that's competing against mine.
And well, and you know what I just think the answer to that is that it just inspires more cooperation. Like smaller artists have to collaborate on projects, they have to work together because I mean, I don't know, I'm of the mind that, a rising sea lifts all ships. So the more we
Yeah,
work and the more we collaborate on a more unified vision, whatever that project might be. It just it builds connections between fan bases, builds connections between artists, and I don't know. It's just very beneficial.
yeah, that's for sure. That's for sure. That's happening. You know, Chicago's like one of the most segregated cities in America,
Oh
and
yeah,
and you still see that. I mean, you know, you're from outside the city. Like you can look at the grid and then look 50 years back and see exactly how they segregated the city. It's not even hidden. And I feel like that has infiltrated its way throughout everyone in Chicago. That's why people feel they have to leave. That's why people like stick with groups they work with. So, and that's why it was special for me to walk into that studio, meet a couple people that I never knew before, and a year later, I'm like, yo, these are my homies. You know what I'm saying? These are people I'm making music with daily now. And it was that synergy that was immediate. And it's rare to find that because everyone wants to protect their own or protect their own group and like not let too many people in.